Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Pokemon players, non-Pokemon players, Digimon players, Yu-Gi-Oh players, even those few of you who may still have some Bakugan, welcome. It is Inside the PFL. It is Week 9. It is Season 11. I probably should have said that in the other order. Doesn't matter. I'm Jim, and as always, I'm joined by Mike.
Hey guys, I'm here. I like how we've expanded our horizons to get Bakugan fans and Yu-Gi-Oh fans.
Listen,
and Joe should put up a live-action video of what he used to do in the Walmart and any toy section when he saw Bakugan.
I would love to see something like that.
It was hilarious.
All right, so Joe, when you listen to this intro, please upload something like that. And if you don't have any footage of it, please go to Walmart and do such a thing.
Yes, do it live.
Do it live. Actually, just do it in front before a stream. Just, like instead of the music, just come in with you playing with Bakugan in the Walmart toy section.
Yes.
Anyway, that's enough talk about Bakugan. Let's get into some of these Pokemon battles. Mike, this one's yours.
It is mine. It's yet another debilitating loss, but it was still a good battle. Last week I was mad because I just couldn't win, whereas this week I'm just mad I lost.
Yeah, and it's definitely it's always tough being against Kyle. He's not a very pushover in an opponent.
No.
I'm gonna start the battle, and then you could just tell me when to stop in certain plays. I did watch it live, so I do have some things I want to comment on. But
do your thing. The first thing I want to say is I made about half of this team, and then I messaged Drac, and I was like, yo, could I run some shit by you? And then I did, and then he gave me a bunch of really crazy EV spreads, and mad hype about those.
That's totally what Drac does. That's a Drac and a Bic thing.
Yeah. It was interesting. I knew that Weavile with a Swords Dance could pretty much Ice Shard through any and all of his threats, or Low Kick and or Knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got poisoned, as it happens later in this match,
it
was a little upsetting.
Definitely.
Because it put Weavile on a timer I did not want to be on. I mean, I still put work in, but it just sucked. This sucks right here. Dragedian gets parried.
Right before the rocks, right?
2 or 3 times, actually. So... Yeah. He was kind of useless. He did do something Lee. You know why he was useless? I didn't make him shiny or nickname him this week. That's on me.
So he throws down the toxic spikes. Now, do you have any sort of hazard removal? I don't remember.
Negative. That was a thing. And Fernape is actually running the boots because I don't have defog anymore.
Yes, so Rotom Cut does not have defog. Silvally doesn't have defog. These toxic spikes are going to be a pain in your butt.
Yes. Right here, Dragedian does the most useful thing he can do, which is waste this Colbur Berry. Oh, no, sorry. Maybe it's another turn. Regardless, Silver has a Colbur Berry, and I pop it here with Sucker Punch, which opens me up later to be able to just knock off kill.
Yep, and Weavile did put in a crazy amount of work this week. It is unfortunate that there was no hazard removal, because being on that timer, I think, sealed your fate in the game. Because that Swords Dance was super huge. You didn't have any Scarfers. Obviously, Hawlucha's a little faster, but having Ice Shard,
Actually, and I said this on stream, and Drac's right, I can't blame them for commentating, but what I think ended costing me this game is I blow through things here with Weavile and punch a hole through his team, and eventually I'm looking at Tauros. And, they're commenting on all the possible things, and I hear it because I'm in Mario's basement. Everybody's in Mario's basement, so, I can't be away from the stream. So they're talking, oh, he might have a Scarf. And then I went, shit, they might be right, so I should have Ice Shard here. If I were to go with Knockoff or Low Kick, that could have easily been a kill.
Now, right there, I wonder what Kyle was thinking, sacking off Slowbro so early. Because now, that wasn't the last turn of Electric Terrain, but I would have thought that he would have wanted to save Slowbro for, Infernape and potentially pop, Hawlucha right then and there, just to try to do some damage control.
Well, so the thing is, as I told you, even with the defensive seed, after Rocks damage, I am ripping through Hawlucha.
With the Ice Shard, it's a guaranteed kill?
It was something stupid enough where I had more priority to come in and finish it.
Okay, I got you.
Like it was above 90, I want to say. It was a high amount of damage.
Yeah.
Like Weavile's gross.
Well, I mean, he gets the terrain back up. Weavile still has 4%.
Here it is. I should have not hit Ice Shard here.
But that's something that you can't really expect either.
No, I would have never. Here's the thing. If I didn't hear them, I expect Life Orb Tauros, which this is. I would have never thought the Scarf. So it's a chain of events. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Me looking at a Tauros, obviously it gets Sheer Force, but I would have thought it probably would have been Scarfed. Just looking at your team, like I think that sort of makes sense. So it definitely could have been a threat. There is sort of the idea that, it gets put out into the universe and now you sort of think about it. So now you play a little differently, which I totally get.
So here was a little bit of a disappointment too. This Hawlucha completely shut down, this Savali would completely shut down that Hawlucha if it wasn't so low.
Yeah.
Also, Drac ran some numbers here. This is a roll.
This acrobatics right here?
Yeah, it was a roll.
Man, I thought Guard was going to live.
Me too.
At +1 attack, I thought Guard could have potentially lived it.
Correct. I thought I was going to live in clapback and then just somehow have to solve Gengar. And I think Drac gave me enough EVs in the Rotom build to be able to clap back on Gengar.
Yeah.
And it was just really, really unfortunate in the end. Like, this Savali build was hilarious.
And
I had Psychic Fangs on there, as you saw, and just like at full health, I was just going to kill him.
And not only does Psychic Fangs blow through Gengar and Hawlucha, it also gets rid of potential screens that Blissey or Slowbro want to set up. You know what I mean? Like, just in case, or I don't know necessarily the rest of Kyle's team off the top of my head, but in case he wanted to run screens, that could have come in handy there anyway.
But at the end of the day, Kyle still won with, Electric Seed Hawlucha.
Yeah. And we'll definitely take a little suspect test on Hawlucha.
We already... I hear we're moving it up. I don't think that this battle is we need to move it up. I understand why we are, because there's so many things we can pair it with.
Now specifically in Generation 8, I think that's a good point.
Ultimately, this match came down to rolls, some paras, and honestly, me not battling from my own home.
Yeah. I think that, one of the things that I think really sealed the battle was actually the lack of hazard removal. I think the poison just made everything so much more complicated. The toxic spikes made everything so complicated. And even though you didn't get up any sort of spikes or rocks or anything like that, like, the one layer was just enough to, I think, push Kyle's team over the edge.
That one layer wouldn't have happened had I not been paralyzed.
That's
but
true.
Hey, that's why we played these games, boys.
That is what Mons is, and sometimes it's unfortunate, but...
Shit happens. I'm not completely out of it yet, as we'll get into later.
Oh yeah, when we talk playoff picture, when we talk in the divisions, oh baby. Because you already know what week it is, Mike.
Oh boy.
You already know. I'm not going to say it now. I'm not going to spoil it for the people back home, but...
Yeah, no spoilers, please.
Alrighty. Into the next battle. It is Bick versus Lebo, and this one was a nail biter.
Huge.
There was some crazy things that happened.
Mindshao was a monster.
Yeah, specifically. And, Bick, throughout the entire season, he was saying, who wants Mienshao? Who will take this thing from me? I don't want it anymore.
And it literally turned Lebo being up 4-1 into Bick winning +1.
It's an 100-point mon with Regenerator and priority. Dude.
It doesn't get priority.
Fake out. It gets Fake Out. And Vacuum Wave, actually.
It's Vacuum Wave?
I think it might get Vacuum Wave. I don't know. now that I'm thinking about it, it might not get Vacuum Wave, but that's totally a thing to look up. Anyway, so Mienshao, very, very good for 100 points. Totally a value pick. Let's get into it to see exactly where things went wrong for Mr. Leibowitz.
Is that a duck on my screen?
It is Golduck, and I remember when we first talked about, him picking it up, I was like, dude, there's 20 better Swift Swimmers who can do so many better things.
Swift Swimmers.
Oh yeah, no, there definitely are.
You give me any other Swift Swimmer than Pelipper.
Yep. And Yeah, you could give me Caracosta. You could give me Armaldo. It's
I'm
better
sorry.
than Golduck.
Why does a Shell Smash Pokemon get Swift Swim?
A lot of them do, actually.
That's unnecessarily fast.
Omastar
You're right,
does.
because Omastar gets
Caracosta
it too.
does. There's another one. Barbaracle does. No, Barbaracle doesn't get Swift Swim. No, it's Tough Close. Never mind.
Regardless,
Yeah.
I was real surprised Polyper didn't have HP Grass here.
Yeah. Who is it that we see an HP from? We see a hidden power on the Roserade, I believe. That just does crazy work to something.
And I want to say Golduck.
Yeah, there was one on the Golduck too. There was 2 hidden powers. Actually, Golduck might have.
Syndrome here.
I think Golduck has HP Grass.
It might be a very classic case of 4-move syndrome. Like, there's so many moves to put on him, you can only do so much.
Yeah, so obviously,
Sparky Boom, man.
If you use enough Scalds, you're gonna get burned. Burning the Pelipper actually isn't too bad for Lebo because obviously he has Roost. He's got a Wish Passer. This is a pretty good read right here. Going into Mega
Getting burned on special attack mon sometimes is the play because then you don't have to worry about them toxic stalling you.
Listen, man, I run my low tick. I totally know. Burn is totally negligible on those kind of Pokemon. And, coming into Venusaur, the Sleep Powder fails because he's burned. Lebo's playing very, very good. All the momentum, I think, is in his favor at this point.
I could agree.
Giga Drain doing a little bit more than he probably would have liked. Hurricane doing more than Bick probably likes. And obviously Lebo needs to get out of there.
He can't take a second one, he can't.
Which is a pretty good switch.
Roserade is such a dope Pokemon. I love it. 60 points, such value.
Yeah, that's fat special defense. And the extra sensory is still doing 20%.
Non-stab resisted.
Which, it's decent chip. And that's
in power.
In power electric. And it has to be because it totally would have lived in HP Fire in the rain.
Yeah, in the rain. Yeah, it
totally
definitely would have. Or what if it was like rock? Would Hidden Power Rock work there?
No, because it said it was super effective, and Rock would be neutral against Steel Flying.
You're right. Interesting.
So yeah, I think that's the only option. Yeah, and we
definitely knew Skarmory would wall me.
Yep, and he was like, okay, so how do I get around Skarmory when he inevitably comes in to wall this Roserade? HP Electric? Okay, sure.
Bick twice reads the Thunder Wave and gets the immune off.
Yep. And that's Technician boosted from the Roserade as well. So that's base 90. That's a Thunderbolt.
Technician boosted Hidden Power.
Yep.
We were talking about it. I think Roserade might be one of the only pure special Technician mods.
Oh, yeah. And then I said Mr. Mime. I remember that.
And then you're right. Because then I was like, wait a second. Mr. Mime gets Technician?
And Mr. Mime gets Filter.
That's what it was.
This
now
right
I remember
here.
The order.
Lebo doubling out into Pelipper to take this Scald.
What a read.
Well,
he thought that a different move was coming.
Yeah, he thought the Earthquake was coming. He'd outspeed Seismitoad, and he'd have a chance to roost. And losing Pelipper means that you have to bring in Golduck right now.
There's the Hidden Power Ground.
Yep.
Or Grass.
Yep. Second Hidden Power. Lebo, he's got Golduck out here. He's going fast.
This is awful. Right?
Yeah.
Awful.
But Golduck lives because it's got pretty average stats across the board, so,
But if it had better than average special attack there, this game was over in Lebo's favor.
That's true. And, obviously a Golduck doesn't want to take an Ice Beam. Now, I don't believe this Noivern is Scarfed, or even if it was Scarfed, I think Golduck still probably outspeeds.
No, his Scarf is,
Mienshao, right. I forgot how the game played out.
Which now just starts to do the thing.
Yeah, so obviously, Mienshao's at 36, Mega Venusaur's at 33, Lycanroc finally hits the field. Lebo has all the momentum, but for some reason, he decides to save Golduck there, instead of just letting it go and bringing in a free switch. Now, I think he was going for the plus, and I think he had the game in the bag and he had playoffs in his head. But I think by doing that, he sort of cost himself a lot of momentum, and by extension cost himself the rest of the game.
Playing for the plus can screw you sometimes because it's a cocky play.
Yeah. Also, Life Orb Psychic Fangs, 100% health. I mean, Jesus. Dracovish, calm down.
It's not like Lycanroc is exactly thick.
Yeah, I know. I guess so, but that's a neutral move, non-stab. It is strong
That's
jaw
true.
boosted, so I'll give it that. But and life orb boosted. Okay, yeah. I just hate seeing frail Pokemon get KO'd by things that aren't like impressive. I don't know.
I was thinking about it, and even if he scarfed Dracovish, he still lost this game because Mienshao would still be faster.
Yep.
Which is disgusting.
And so now Mienshao just has to do it all on its own.
And it does.
And because Bick was playing very smart, because he kept cycling, he cycled out Mienshao, and then he cycled in Lycanroc, and he cycled out Mienshao, and he cycled in Mega Venusaur, and now he's at full health in Mienshao. So
he knew what he was doing there.
Yep. And
he didn't even need the full health because nothing ends up touching him.
Nope. And just in case the Jolteon was able to potentially live a poison jab for
Jolteon.
Whatever reason, or if it was a scarf or anything like that, it's a Mienshao. It's got pretty decent bulk anyway, so a Thunderbolt's not going to kill it. Actually, it's probably like 65, 60, 60 or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember its defenses being very meh.
Usually they slap an Assault Vest on that thing, and it's actually pretty solid. But obviously this is Scarf. But I still don't think that a neutral
60,
Thunderbolt...
65, damn, you're good.
Did I... Wait, 60, 60, 65?
Well, it's 65 HP and then 60 in both the defenses.
Oh, shit, I actually got that right then. Okay.
Damn.
I drafted Mienshao in another league one time, so...
Okay.
It's not like I just knew that for no reason.
So that's a very odd Pokemon stat to know, dude.
Hey, man. So, Bick's able to claw it back. Just Mienshao against Lebo's whole world.
Mienshao against the world.
And I think it got every single kill except for Pelipper. Because I think it killed Mega Audino as well.
So you're telling me that Mienshao got 6 kills this week for King of the Kill?
5 kills, because it didn't get Pelipper. How did Pelipper...
Oh, yeah.
What was Pelipper's name? D? No, not Pelipper. Mega Audino. Gang gets welfare.
Mega Audino died to... Mienshao got close combated in the dome, didn't it?
No, that was Lycanroc. Yep, so Mienshao got those 4 kills at the end. Seriously impressive stuff from Bick and from Lebo. Honestly, both of them played their hearts out this game, and it was very, very clear.
All of the games this week... Sorry, I'd say the first half of the games this week were fantastic.
Yeah, no, definitely watching them all on broadcast was banger after banger after banger, and it was so exciting. Yeah. And watching Bick come back from that, what seemed to me like a huge deficit, like very clearly in Lebo's favor, was pretty impressive, honestly. And yeah, that's how it rolls. It's a +1. It's playoffs, baby. That was week 9. That's important. That knocked Lebo out.
Damn.
Totally. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Big moves are being made in PFL. So, well, that does it for this battle. Into the next battle.
The battle was really good. I remember watching this.
My battle. Yes. You
are making Mudsdale look like a good Pokemon,
Mudsdale
and that's a
is
lot.
A good Pokemon. Okay, I don't want to say look like a good Pokemon. Stamina is a busted ability, and he's got great bulk. So, he's better than a lot of other ground types, I think. A lot of higher up ground types. But, so this is my battle versus Dave. Hadn't faced Dave. This is obviously Conference Cup. And going in and prepping for this team, I was very, very scared of, I believe he has Tyranitar. And because he picked Tyranitar up last week, I thought he was going to bring it this week, specifically for me.
Can I tell you, I have no idea why he picked up T-Tar.
I don't know either.
It doesn't do that great against my team, and I'm his last... I'm confused.
And you know what? It could be super big picture. It could just be hey, I want sand. I want a counter weather maybe for playoffs. Which totally I wouldn't blame him then. But yeah, so I was expecting T-Tar. I built around T-Tar. I have superpower on Scizor for T-Tar, and T-Tar doesn't come. And I'm I think I have Brick Break on Salamence for T-Tar as well.
The Bullet Punch won't kill after a dance?
What do you mean? Oh, I haven't been running Swords Dance on Scizor. I've really enjoyed Bullet Punch, Knockoff, U-Turn, and some other fourth, either Defog, Dual Wing Beat. It's been
Like, I
dependent.
gotta believe that bullet punch between Tyrantrum and Tyranitar. Tyrantrum Tar.
Bullet Punch does like 60 to 70 to T-Tar, I think. Because T-Tar's...
Before the dance? Ew.
Yeah, before the dance, yeah. So it eats,
Ew.
and then it can Fire Punch or Flamethrower, and I'm dead. So
That's true.
now I'm going to just play the battle. And I am Focus Sash Scizor. So I have no qualms about leading it against whatever he has in, if he's HP Fire, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I can just get a free U-turn. Not a big deal, because I can live a hit. I can pivot out to whatever he might want to go into. Let's Revenge Kill with the Salamence. And he switches out. I'm like, all right, that's fine. Free EQ.
I love you just trying to set up the Moxies. It's really easy to tell when somebody brings Moxie if they don't have like Intimidate, because obviously you don't see the Intimidate go up, but like, because you know they're trying to bait it.
Yep, and I didn't think I was gonna get a Moxie sweep that early. I did have Dragon Dance. I was DD Moxie, but I didn't know if he was scarfed on anything, if he was scarfed Greninja. And so this Sticky Webs is super, super important, because I realized at this point he doesn't have any sort of hazard removal.
Yeah, it was crucial. At this point, you are faster than everything with Salamence.
With Salamence, and Salamence is the only fast mon on my team. Everything else is,
slow and large.
60,
yeah,
Big
but
Bolt's
it's
43.
not like your slow boys are small either. Like, Scisor's got huge defense.
Yeah, no, they definitely have a lot of heft to them. I get the sleep powder here. So
huge sleep.
All it does is just burn some turns of light screen. And I'm especially defensive Amoonguss. I don't want to take a head smash, just at all. I'll die.
It takes Delphox out of this battle.
Yeah.
All it does is burn turns of light screen. It takes out Scisor's largest threat.
Yep. And Scizor still has the sash.
Except for being magnet trapped by...
And that's another thing that I was sort of scared about.
Magnapole.
Now, I sort of split the EVs in this Mudsdale, so I'm like half defensive, half specially defensive. So I eat that Scald, and I'm praying. I'm like, don't burn me, don't burn me, don't burn me. I want rocks. And it doesn't burn me.
I was praying for you.
Lit. I was like, lit. I didn't get burned. Cool. I can threaten Energy Ball, and I just end up hitting it because I already got webs up. Because, there's nothing else to do. Do some chip damage. It's 25 from resisted Energy Ball.
Resisted.
And
you live. And you eat it. Vikavolt is the bane of my existence.
Yep. I eat it, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, no. I HP Ground. I forgot I didn't Volt Switch.
Yeah, HP Ground does a lot of work to his team.
Yep, and I Volt Switch right here.
And it kills him.
And Delphox is gone. And now I have an opportunity to potentially sleep something again. I still have Sash intact on Scizor. And I feel like I have all the momentum in the battle. I got 2 different hazards up. Delphox is out of the way. And I got Superpower for Tyranitar. It comes in handy on Magnezone.
Was this Scarf Scizor?
Focus Sash.
Sash, okay.
Yeah.
In case he happened to be able to get the Magnet pull off, then you just Revenge Kill. I like it.
Well, that as well as if he was in with T-Tar, if he led with T-Tar and expected a weakness policy thing, then I could just live a Fire Punch and then Bullet Punch and just he would die.
I like it.
Because I've definitely gotten swept by weakness policy T-Tar. Thank you, Lebo.
Yes.
And
I love just you're putting so many things to sleep and he just that's it.
Yeah.
It just screws him.
It shuts him down and I'm like, I can take rocks damage. This Runerigus is gonna sleep forever, and he wakes up turn 1.
Yeah. That Poltergeist scared me too, because I was like, oh, that's probably gonna kill him, and then it doesn't, and then you just
that crit, but it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
I did the calc after the battle, and it was 38 to 45 or something on max defense Runerigus.
You know what did matter? That switch.
You think so? The little extra rocks damage, you think that wouldn't have killed Gastrodon?
I think Greninja might have lived.
A +1 outrage?
Yeah.
Salamence has got base 135 attack.
I don't know. I don't think I would have switched there. I think I would have just tried to click the button, but I'm not the captain here.
Yeah. But basically, old green goblin here, he's just getting boosts.
That's why you named him Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I was confused. Also, great +6. Good job.
Thank you. And I
kept my division the same.
I felt like I played very, very solidly that game. I was super happy with just everything, like the team prep, the whatever. And I
You
didn't
were
even think
in the
Dave
lead the whole game.
played bad necessarily either. Like
No, it's just you didn't give him a chance to get the.
Yep. I mean, he got rocks
He'd make
up.
a move, and you were ahead of him already.
Yep. But yeah, so I mean that put Jan Mega Division over the edge, and as did Drax Battle. Oh, you got 2 pretty big wins. So, boys in Jan Mega, we get our draft pick next season, which is super cool.
Yeah, Drac is very hype after going from last pick to in the top 4.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I'm fairly sure it goes by where you place in your division, so I guess Drac is second right now.
I actually don't know. I think Joe said it might be randomized, but that's a him question. I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't really care.
I'm fairly sure, if I understand it correctly, if you're first place, you get first pick.
Okay. All right.
Wait, I could be wrong. I don't know, because that doesn't make sense because Mitch got first pick this season, so Joe might randomize it. I could be wrong.
I think he randomizes the entire the division. And
I think he does. I think he randomizes picks 1 through 4.
But I think he might be thinking about having people pick where they want to be in the draft. Like if they don't want to be first, they could pick 11th or 20th or something like that.
Oh, okay. So the winners of the conference cup get to pick their spots of the draft. I like it.
Which I think is a little more attractive than just being
I could agree.
top 4.
Although being top 4 is huge because it literally lets you get the ball rolling on a team you want to build.
Yep, it definitely has its perks, but we'll have to see in the future. And so that was that battle, and now we move into.
Is it the best game of the week? No. We're almost there.
It is not the best game of the week.
This is one of the most disappointing games of the week.
Galarian Slowbro didn't do the thing this week, unfortunately.
Rob didn't do the thing.
Yeah, Rob didn't do the thing either.
I don't think Rob looked at Tristan's team a bit before he made his. Like, look at this. Tristan just, at a quick glance, Rob has no answer for Swampert. Not a 1.
Yep. Or really Typhlosion. Or
Gliscor.
An eruption.
Actually,
dude.
I think we see that actually happen later, where eruption deletes it.
Yeah. I'm gonna play the battle. I'm not super keen on this one. I think I might.
I just watched it, and it's just Rob has no answer for Swampert. Look, we've seen this game before.
Oh yeah, he leads with Mega Aerodactyl, or not Mega Aerodactyl, regular Aerodactyl, and he just stays in, does the thing, whatever. He has the sight to switch out, which is good. He didn't just click like Ice Fang or something, which I appreciate.
I did think this next few turns was funny.
With Calm Minds? That's a pretty good idea.
No. Calm Mind, Trick, Choice Scarf, Fire Blast, dead.
Oh my god, yeah, no, I definitely missed that one, because that is a banger of a turn. That is so funny. And you know what? That's a +1 Clefable. That's super effective. That kills. And there it is.
There it is. Yep, we see that.
Eruption deletes Gliscor before it gets a chance to pop the Toxic Orb, before it can get in anything else's way. It's just dead. Galarian Slowbro, hilarious. Can't do anything to Hoop Unbound. It just can't.
Ooh, I also wanted to be noted that the first 3 games this week all ended with a fuck GG from the person who lost.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
That's a hilarious trend.
as the person who started it in my game, yeah.
And it just kept going. People, listen, man. I mean, you already know. You already know what week it was. It was important. I don't want to say how important. But
it wasn't the most important week of the season yet. No.
We'll get
that
to
hasn't happened yet.
We'll get to that. But so like Lebo does, or not Lebo. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Rob doesn't have any sort of answers to anything on Tristan's team.
Not one. Like that's why I'm not even talking about it, because it's not fun to watch. It's just Rob not prepared for why.
Yeah, like he doesn't have a grass type move for Swampert. I doubt he has any sort of ice type move for Thundurus. I mean, obviously, Choice Scarf Typhlosion or Choice Specs Typhlosion just outspeeds and mollywops.
He doesn't bring Toxic Boost here?
Yeah, and that was weird. Like, That's the only reason you
What
run
even
Zangoose.
is Angus's other ability?
Immunity.
So if he got Scald Burned, it wouldn't have affected him?
That's a poison, so he's immune to a toxic poison.
Oh, only poison.
Only
Okay.
poison, yep.
So what you're telling me is...
It's pointless.
Oh. No. Rob fucked up. You can't carry the Toxic Orb on 2 people.
Oh! He's got
Wow.
Gliscor and he's got Zangoose.
There are like 4 Pokemon in this league that want to routinely carry the Toxic Orb.
And he has 2 of them.
Having 2 of them.
Dude. What?
Yo, crit mattered.
And a crit totally mattered. And honestly, we didn't see the Toxic Orb pop off on either of them. Obviously, it was
Neither of
probably... I mean, it was
It was on
probably on
Gliscor.
Gliscor.
It had to be.
It had to be, but you'd hope so. You'd hope it would be on Gliscor.
I also have some insight into Bobby's team building. He had no idea we had to validate our teams for Nat decks, so like he didn't bring Sacred Fire because the game told him it was illegal on Entei.
Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, a lot of that stuff is just like I'll be real. I don't really validate my teams. I just sort of know what Pokemon get. You know what I mean?
With the new moves that just came out, I was real afraid of running a move I don't have yet.
Okay.
Like, for instance, Bobby could have been running Dual Wing Bait on Aerodactyl because he gets it. I'm actually surprised he hasn't accidentally clicked it yet.
That's actually super hype though, because Aerodactyl needed some better flying type stab.
Megadactyl coming back real good next season.
Hell yeah.
Oh god,
With
please
Tough
don't let
Claws
Dual Wing
and
Bait-
Dragon
Is
Dance?
Yeah. He's getting D-Dance?
Yeah, dude, Aerodactyl has D-Dance. I'm moving that boy up. I don't care what Joe and Manny say. Like
He's already fast.
He needed to be moved up
Doesn't-
before, and now it needs to be a 160, just 100%.
He's so fast.
Anyway, Tristan got a very nice +4, a very dominant +4. All I needed to do was just sit there with Swampert, eat some hits, and hit some buttons.
Yeah.
And
It was just-
Typhlosion.
It was just Rob being unprepared.
Yeah. Which you hate to see, but sometimes it just happens. And, you sit on the receiving end of a +4 for it, so what are you going to do?
That pretty much puts the nail in Bobby's coffin, too, for the season.
Unfortunately, again, a lot of people, season's dreams just crushed this week. There was so
Really
much
though.
up in the air, and now there's not as much up in the air.
It's funny because playoffs actually could have been locked after this week if some games went differently. I
Yeah.
feel.
Yep. And we'll see some of those games in the next battle. What a
The
transition.
next battle.
So into the next battle, it is Dan versus Manny. And finally,
Danny, if you would, thank you. It's the Danny battle.
it is the Danny battle. And here to talk about his first win of the season.
His first win.
And keep in mind, this is a good battler as well. It is Dan.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hell,
I never thought I'd be talking about
Yeah.
a champion vying for their first win.
it was just
I that's what I find so incredible about like this league in general is the fact that in a previous season I was the literal champion, and this season I have been worse than everybody.
Dude, you couldn't buy a win. Like, RNG has just been
yeah.
fucking
Not
you,
my
like-
friend.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is like there have been some moments where I've definitely had my fair share of mistakes. But you're totally right. There have been moments where it's been like crucial, and I'm like, I got this. Like when I was up against I forget who it was that their Aromatisse just it was a low roll and it survived. That was terrible. I was like, if I kill this thing, it's huge. And then it just lived by like 7%. I was like, great.
Out of all the
that's cool.
Pokemon that we've talked about in this series, I think that the most screen time has gone to Aromatisse.
Dude,
I'm
Pokefan
not
is
surprised.
destroying
That thing
us with these
is-
low tier bigs. Like, low tier
Low-tier
bigs,
have
and we're all just like, what do we
shined
do?
This season, man.
Like, what
The
do we
low-tier
do?
Pokemon have shined this season.
Yeah. And
They
we
really have.
even sort of see that in this battle. Now,
Yeah.
versus Manny, going into it, what was the thought process? You're 0-7 at this point.
All right. Well, first of all, I got to give credit to Bick because Bick has been helping me the last 2 weeks with my teams because ever since that one match where we were on the broadcast, and he like made some comment about wanting to draft Dragapult this season, and I saw that, and I was like, dude, this guy knows something I don't. I was like, because I'm like not able to do a good set with Drac, and I and granted, like I'm not as like savvy with the meta as other people are. So I went to him and I was like, dude, you know something I don't. And then he just turned around and has been helping me ever since. So
Now,
it wasn't so successful.
Was he the one who gave you the Salazzle play? I'm sorry, I just need to know, did Bick give you the idea to poison things you can't poison?
I mean, he definitely, like, I've brought Toxic Stall Salazzle before, not specifically that set, but I brought Salazzle with that idea in mind. But getting the poison on the Wheezing was hysterical, and I was very much there for that.
So as we talk about it, I'm gonna let the battle play. Just for the viewers to sort of understand how many times Corrosion came into play, because
like I never thought in the history of this game I'd see Corrosion actually pop.
I mean, this battle was full of it, and then it was also full of another star of the show being Orbeetle.
I was not expecting Orbeetle to be the one to clutch this, because I didn't even get to show off Dragapult, but I had a pretty swifty freaking Dragapult set that I was excited to bring out and run over someone with, and I like barely used it, and I was like, all right, like that's fine.
It was D-Dance Dragon Darts, right?
It was 4 attacks.
Oh, okay.
No, no, I'm sorry. It was agility and 3 attacks and weakness policy.
Agility.
The timer battle.
Use timer. Look out. Meanwhile, you have 210 seconds left.
I know. Well, at one point, I saw you guys commenting timer, and I was like, I already clicked my move, so that was why I like.
I was being an asshole to Manus because I was just being an ass.
Yeah,
oh, see, I thought you were talking to me about timer, and I was like, oh shit. So,
no, it goes off for Manus here in a minute. Here it goes.
Yeah.
We're about to see it, boys.
So Pain Split procs. Now, I don't even know. I don't know why Wheezing is staying in at this point.
Because he doesn't expect that.
Like,
Manus goes, okay, what's it gonna do to me?
Yeah.
And then that happened.
And then I did that. I just toxic.
Yeah, but like, Wheezing's not gonna be able to break Salazzle, and Salazzle's gonna be able to real easy just clean up Wheezing. Like, it took 2 sludge bombs for you to get that sub off, and it's only gonna do 10% to you.
I gotta say that Wheezing was a lot more fragile than I expected it to be, but that's also because I forget that Wheezing's got bonkers defense, but not a lot of Spadef.
It's
true.
70 Spadef, I want to say, 60 or 70. I can't.
Yeah,
it's not good,
but it's not great. Yeah, no, it's pretty mediocre.
Now, Dan, when we were on the stream, and I specifically remember this, you're looking at Orbeetle. It's in a couple of turns with the body press plays. Were you listening to us going, oh shit, does this fucking thing have body press?
I actually, usually when I'm on the broadcast, I'll listen to the broadcast, but when my battle comes, I usually turn off the broadcast.
That's how you should do it. I appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if you're like with your buddies while you're battling, and you have your buddies like on the side, like, you know, telling you like what's going on, and like, you know, giving you input. But like, I feel like hearing the commentary is kind of like a little I don't want to say cheating, because I wouldn't classify it as cheating.
Yeah.
But it's just like, to me, it just seemed like it would kind of spoil it, and I'd rather figure things out on my own.
I think it influences the game, and it can influence it, you know, in your favor, but it can also, as we saw in Mike's battle, sort of tip you in an opposite direction that you thought you might, you know, this is an option 100%. You didn't think of, so now that it was said out loud, and you can't avoid it, now you're thinking of it, and you play differently because of it.
Yeah, or the amount of times, like, you know, you'll turn around and someone will be like, oh, you know, they probably have this move on this mon, and you're like, how did I not think to bring that move?
Yeah.
You know, and then next thing you know, you're overthinking everything. Also, that knockoff was terrifying.
Yeah, that was a choice band boosted. That was crazy.
Right,
it was crazy.
I saw that and gasped, and it was like, oh shit. Like, I thought I was doing okay, and then he knocked out my freaking Trevin, and I was like, damn. Because that was like my best answer to Latias right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, now this Latias is gonna be a problem. The burn was huge there on Latias.
You were able to get some chip damage. And I also love how multiple weeks in a row, Manus has either A, lost, or B, had Conk hurt by somebody toxicking it and just stalling through it.
I
Yep,
loved,
just
I
faster
loved,
sub.
I hate stall, but I loved watching you stall out some of these Pokemon because it was just
I
like
was-
he wants it. Like he's willing to do whatever it takes. He's
You
poisoning
had
everything.
all of
Over the
us, all of
substitute, I
us
gotta
behind
say.
you, Dan.
It felt so good to finally win a match this season. I again, like, you know, you guys said it before, but it's like I've had some of the battles that I've had this season have been some of the best battles that I've ever played, and I just lose. But it's like it's hard because I can't be mad at myself for losing because I'm like, that was a damn good battle. But at the same time, it's like, but I haven't won a fucking battle this season.
Yeah.
So
That's just how like the cards have been dealt. Like, you know, we say it all the time. Like, oh, Dan's playing very well here. Like this is happening. But oh, that Hydro Pump missed. So like,
yep,
there goes the
it's
game.
all downhill from there. Oh, this poor Cockledor. I was very scared of this man. I was not prepared as much for Conk as I was for like some other things on Manny's team that I didn't end up seeing.
Yeah.
So, and
Nothing.
Conk just kind of sat there. And
I
just
love
took it
every
lying
part
down.
of this battle.
Orbital
This is the
Yeah.
trollsiest fucking battle of the week. Hands down.
The Frisk
The Galaxy
Colderberry.
Brain Orbital
Here it
play,
is.
and then that
This is
shit.
where we're all like, I think he gets body press. And we're all like, no, it
And
doesn't
I
get body
defense,
press.
then you were all like, oh no.
We're like, wait a
He
minute.
teleported. I was like, oh great. At this point, I was actually at Murphy's house when I did this battle, and so Murphy's like over my shoulder. He's like, body press again. So I'm sorry, iron defense. So he's like, iron defense again. You know, so I just kept beefing myself. It was funny.
Yeah.
And then I was
Dude,
like, no, I actually have
body
to play body
press.
press now.
100% on a
did.
P2. Like, that's still impressive. Like, that must have been especially defensive P2, because I feel like even at times 3, like a non-stab body press wouldn't have killed otherwise.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Bick and I did like
this is Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, for real. And all the
this
para
was
does.
this was how I wanted to play Orbeetle all season. I brought Orbeetle doing like stuff like this in mind, like when I brought the Grassy Seed up against whoever has Tapu Bulu, and then it just didn't go. But like it was this kind of play that I was going for.
A little defense boost body press. Now the para just extend the game by a turn, I believe.
Yeah, I think you get paired here. But all in all, like, if you were to snag out one win of the season, I am happy that you did it in the fucking funniest way imaginable.
Yeah, it was hype.
Yeah.
Like,
I
there have
definitely
been some great Trollsy wins this season.
Oh, dude, then you had
have one.
Recover, too. Oh, my God. We were like, maybe there's a chance if he gets hacks. And then, nope, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just...
You know what?
Have
I'm
you
actually
slammed it
proud
like
of Manus
this?
because he battled this all the way through. Manus is a known rage quitter.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, too, is that it's a +5. You know, the first win, and it was a very convincing +5. And,
Really, though.
And I believe
I was very
that
proud of
puts you...
myself.
I believe that puts you not in last place. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh,
No, you are in last place.
Is he
Mitch
still in
won
last
this week.
place? Okay.
Mitch won this week by +1.
Oh,
We will
right.
talk about
Yeah.
that soon.
Okay.
And I'm tilted about it because,
if I
should've-
may be honest, if I may be honest, while we're talking about Mitch, I didn't want to say it in the chat, but I'll say it here. But when I said in the chat that I wanted to not be last place this season, my real goal is just to beat Mitch. At this point,
And
if I can just get above Mitch, that's fine by me.
you know what? Going forward, you definitely might be able to do that if Mitch loses and you get a good enough plus.
yeah, because you
I
have a
hope
5
so.
here. I think he's sitting at plus. He only got a 1 this week, so his plus isn't high. Your plus might actually already be higher than his.
Yeah.
I think he only has like +2.
So Dan,
if you win this week-
who are you battling next week? I don't have it in front of me.
I'm battling Lebo, I believe.
Lebo. Okay.
And, yes, and he is someone who I am very, very weary of because I mean he may have
I
had
love
some
this
rough
battle.
losses the last couple of weeks, but like he's a very good battler and he knows his stuff. So it's definitely going to be a tough match. Not to mention he's got Dracovish,
Yeah.
and I hate Dracovish with a passion. When I found out that thing that got Sand Rush, I was like, are you really like So that I'm definitely cautious about this match, but I'm also definitely not. I just got my first win. That's it. I'm not losing for the rest of this season.
The one more battle.
I love
you
how
got.
it's a pointless battle too. Like you're out of playoffs, Lebo's out of playoffs. You guys are literally just battling because you have to.
Listen,
Yep.
you got nothing to
That's
lose
fine
though.
by me.
And that's when sets like, body press or beetle, iron defense come out and wreak havoc and get you big wins. Like,
Yeah.
it's the funny sets. And that'll
Yeah.
do it. Because you got nothing
It's
to
true.
lose.
I mean, here I was thinking, like, all right, I'm going to keep Dragon Ball to the back and sweep with this dude. And next thing you know, Body Press or Beetle is just laughing at everybody. And I was like, wow, okay. Like, there it is. So who knows? Maybe I'll just bring more meme sets and that'll bring me to victory.
Meme battle. Let's do it.
I bet a plus
cannot
2 or
believe
beetle
you
could live a
toxic
Fishious
poison
round.
type Pokemon.
I'm just saying.
That's heat of the week. Getting corrosion off is heat of the week.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so.
I'm with it.
I think that Orbeetle's going to
Definitely.
be the one to make the thumbnail, but I would consider. I mean, this whole battle was heat of the week. Like, this was just.
Could we get like a picture of Dan's face as the thumbnail?
just photoshopped
Oh,
onto
God.
Orbeetle.
Yes.
Just one right next to Bugsy.
Yes, please, I'll allow it, please.
We'll stick
man.
you in the corner.
Sure thing. That's fine.
Yeah, man. So, congratulations on your first win. I've been pulling for you the entire season. Every time
I think we all have.
we get to the end and we talk
That
about
means a
our
lot.
picks, I'm like, Mike, I'm going for Dan. Like, I know he wants a win. I know he can do it. He's like, you know what, I am too. I'm like, we've been pulling for it. It finally happened, and it was a very
You finally
impressive
got your pick.
and awesome game. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's nice to know that amidst all of these losses this whole season, you guys were still still
they
had
weren't.
faith in me.
You
'Cause
didn't
I barely
get
had faith in me.
blown out. You lost to some. This season has been one of the best ones. It's been one of the most competitive ones. Like, if there is a season where you had to struggle for a win, at least it's one of the hardest seasons.
yep.
I mean, I can agree because, the meta just got completely turned upside down with all the new stuff that they've added, and we're not even
Well,
doing.
not only
fighting.
that, but Mitch is the only free win left in the league. We got rid of most of the other ones. Everybody else, when I see them, I go, oh, I don't really want to battle this person.
It's true, and everyone's drafted really good teams. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know how PokeFan ended up with that team, man, because they're just way too, almost every single mon on there is, a huge threat.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you prepare for all those? So, yeah, no, every match has been, fight to the death, and that's what's great about it, because, that's what I love about this league. It's, it's fun, but it's also cutthroat, and it's awesome.
Totally. Well, Dan, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get to the rest of the battles here.
It was an honor and a pleasure, man.
100%.
Yeah, dude,
We'd
thanks
love
for
to have
coming
you
on.
in the future. Congratulations on the
Hell
win,
yeah.
and good luck against Lebo next week.
Thank you. You guys have good luck against your battles.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
Heck
homie.
yeah.
Oof.
We'll see you next week.
Yup. See you broadcast. Alrighty, into the next battle. And we're here with Drac versus Murphy. I totally forgot about this battle, and then I remembered about this battle because I'm looking at a certain weird-looking Audino thing on Drac's side of the field.
I will never forget this battle because it is the battle that made me realize why everybody talks about that doofy looking thing. 'Cause I always
Yep.
just was like, what the fuck?
No, it's super busted.
I learned the fuck today, okay?
Yeah. No, the speed tier combined with the special attack, combined with the terrain, combined with the move is just... Oh, boy. And I'm just going to get right into it because there's not a crazy amount to unpack here. There just is not. This beginning part, I've definitely seen this happen where a Assault Vest gets tricked. And you think it's a great play. Haha! Chogekiss now has a Choice Band. But now you have an Assault Vest, and that
Listen.
sucks. But now you're Frostlass, and you can't Destiny Bond, you can't Trick again, or you can't Switcheroo again, and so you're just stuck with Ice Beam or you're stuck with Triple Axle basically, Triple Axle.
Can we
and,
talk about how
Poltergeist.
he ran banded triple axle Frostlass?
Yeah, that's also
In case he couldn't get the band off of him, he ran the physical move.
Yep. Well, Frostlass has equal attack and special attack,
Yeah.
which is
But I mean,
always surprising to me because I always consider Glalie to be the physical one and Froslass to be the special one. But both of them have base 80, so it's like sort of there really is no difference besides like the ghost typing and actually I think
Struggle Bug.
and
Struggle Bug.
Freeze
He hit
Dry.
Struggle Bug.
Yeah,
He hit fucking Struggle Bug.
yeah, he really didn't he? And he does a ballsy Volt Switch, and he just stays
thinking
in.
the switch was coming.
And Murphy doesn't blink and just hits him with the Earth Power, and there goes Galv. And immediately, that's a threat down for Tentacruel, for Suicune, and...
yeah, but then this happens.
But it doesn't really matter, because you got... I believe... Is it Scarf? Is this a Scarf Indeedee, or is it Specs? Oh, no, it's Specs.
I don't remember. I just know that for every turn that Psychic Terrain's up, a Pokemon dies.
Oh, yeah, and then let's talk about it here. Guys, please, if you're listening to this, Psychic Terrain stops priority. It just does. You can't Bullet Punch.
It's why Tapu Lele was
You
banned.
can't Extreme Speed. You can't Quick Attack. It just won't work. Like, it's not even like it removes the priority. Like, the move itself will not work. Which I think is dumb.
Listen. This is like the second season that Psychic Terrain has been in our league by a mon that can set it, because it's been in our league with a move, but nobody uses the move. So like that's an understandable mistake, but yeah, guys, priority is dead.
Yeah, no, and that's basically it. Like I can't fault you on it because like learning the terrains and like the weird things that they do, like it is a learning curve, but Bullet Punch that's just you're gonna get blown away. And as we see, it's just 100% like Lucario's dead. And yeah, man, like it's one of those things that like you just learn by it happening to you, and then you'll never forget again. You're like, oh yeah, like
yeah, we'll never make that mistake again.
And yeah, Suicune takes, oh my god,
2 of those.
2 of
and
them.
then
Togekiss takes 2 of them. Nidoking doesn't want one. Gallade. Oh yeah, because it is Specs. Because he switches out. And knock off. Wait a minute. Oh no, he's Specs because the webs are up. So he's faster than this Gallade. He resets the Psychic Terrain, so he knows he can get the one shot on Gallade. Because I think we calced it, and it wasn't a one shot without Specs.
Gross.
And so Indeedee just came back out. Not a big deal. Drax like, okay, Froslass, your time is up. And I'm going to get a +4 real quick.
The webs were absolutely huge.
And guess how many Pokemon Indeedee killed this battle?
All of them.
Yeah.
It killed all of them.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, dude, it killed all 6 Pokemon on Murphy's side of the field. In 1 move, in 2 moves or less, might I add.
Murked.
Like, it wasn't like an overtime thing. Like, it just straight up was...
Myrtleated.
Yeah, man.
That's gross.
Now, like,
so
that's something I could call Heat of the Week.
Indeedee
But, like,
right now?
What's up?
Is Indeedee 120 right now?
Yes, it is right now, but it won't be for long.
So, like, it's going to 160?
Yep, I will fight for it. Dude, like, that, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, you're setting terrain, you're stopping priority, like, which in itself is already good, but then you have expanding force and the special attack, and then if you scarf it, oh.
What's its speed?
That's some Generation 8 power creep stuff right there. I don't even want to.
Let's go to the old Smogon.
It's 95, I believe. It's either 90.
Okay, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's fucking unnecessary.
It's either 85 or 95.
It's 95 with 105 special attack.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
That's not necessary.
It's and like that alone doesn't sound that bad, but when you start adding multipliers to it, like, it just gets out of control. I mean, that's 1.3 or 1.2, I don't remember which, from Psychic Terrain, 1.5 from Stab, 80 times 2 because it's in Psychic Terrain, which is Expanding Force, and you're looking at like what, 160, 240, 320. You're looking at a 320 base power move. Yeah, that's absolutely absurd.
It's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. And I don't have anything else to say about this match. Like, Ndidi just did the whole thing, and
I can't believe we talked about it this long.
I know.
So it's just Indeedy. That's all it was.
And all right, let's.
We don't even know what the rest of Drek's crazy ass team was.
I know he had Choice Band Frost last, Struggle Bug Galvantula, and then Ndidi just did the thing. Like, who the hell knows what else was on this team?
Oh boy,
And
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Let's close the book on this team forever.
Okay.
Bye. Moving on.
Moving on. Next battle, we got, and this one was a banger. This one was so much fun to watch.
Okay, so from the stream, I live about 20 minutes from Mario. This battle took my whole almost 20-minute drive home because I watched it in the rain on the highway while driving. I almost died watching this fucking battle.
And you know what I'll say is that it was worth it because this battle was like super, super tight, and I was highly impressed with Mario. I was like, he's going for it. Like, he's gonna do it. Like, sometimes Mario lets his walls go early. I've seen him let Regirock go. I've seen him let Tangrowth go. And I'm like, dude, no. Like, keep him around. They can do the thing still. But like this time, he plays them. He plays them really, really well. And I just want to get into it because it's a PokeFan game, so obviously it's going to be a little bit longer than usual.
All his games are so long.
Yeah, it's the it's the liking to double, the switches and all of that stuff.
Yeah, the first 4 turns of this game or some shit are just switching.
Yep.
Turn 1 is a double.
I mean, and yep.
Oh, you gotta take it off slow, dude. It's still on slow. I can't.
Okay, yeah, we'll put that on normal for now. And so, yep, that is. Yeah, so that was basically 3 turns of PokeFan switching, and Regirock, all it gets to show for
and
it.
Mario.
And Mario. But Mario finally stays in. He finally gets the Drain Punch off. Did I put this on? Oh my god, it feels like it's going so fast now.
No, it's on normal, dude.
It is on normal. Dude,
you want it on slow, like, damn. I can't watch PokeFans stall in slow motion anymore. Maybe it's because it happened to me. I'm just like I'm having nightmares.
It was moving so fast for me. I don't know if it's because I've gotten used to slow. We used to always play it on normal.
Like this Hydreigon kit. Who the fuck runs Roost and Draco?
Yeah, it was kind of insane. But like, we see it come in handy, and we see Mario actually, save Tangrowth. Like, he doesn't save him out there just to die and flounder. Like, he uses Regenerator well. Brick Break's not going to do anything, because Brick Break, obviously for Alolan Ninetales, obviously for the Aurora Veil. And
who made the joke, could you imagine if Mario brought Leech Seed? Because that joke was made.
I didn't joke about it. I was totally serious about it. I think I said it. I was like, I'm expecting like a Leech Seed. Like, there's no grass type on PokeFan's team. Like, he could click a Leech Seed and then just soak up health with Regirock or Volcanion or even Ninetales probably.
I'm really surprised he did not have Leech Seed. That would have been very crucial in this game because I think this is the closest PokeFans come to losing since his loss. Like, I think Mario's gotten the closest.
It was... I don't remember how close it was with... No, it wasn't that close with Dan.
No, he's been winning, like, +5s and 6s, like, in 4s, like, it's just nothing.
Yeah, he's been getting very high pluses. And I think you're right. I think by the end of this battle, I thought that Mario was going to be the one to do it.
Yeah. It was looking like Mario was going to win. He was slowly getting around the things. I mean, this was a problem. He couldn't break the Hydreigon 50%.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get Ninetales in a good position. Because he had... I'm fairly sure it was Scarf Ninetales.
He did, yeah. He had Scarf on the Alolan Ninetales, which was totally a problem. Because now you can't click Moonblast and then click Aurora Veil.
Yeah.
You can only do one of the two.
That's kind of my fault. Mario wanted to bring Scarf Ninetales, and I told him to make his 4th move Aura Veil, because if he clicked it, nobody's going to expect Scarf Aura Veil.
Yeah.
So I guess I can take a little bit of the blame, but it...
I mean, it's not a bad idea. Like, I run Scarf Mons with, like, Defog on it. You know what I mean? Just, like, in the back pocket... just in case you need to set it up. Like, I think that makes sense. Regirock getting burned right there makes it absolutely useless against
I disagree.
the rest of Pokefan's team.
It can take hits.
Yeah, but now it can't kill Victini. Now it can't really kill Scolipede. And it can't do any sort of decent damage to either Aromatisse or Mawile and Hydreigon. Like, it can't hit anything. Like, it already couldn't hit Throw, but like a Stone Edge does crazy work to the rest of his team. And then I think he was running Drain Punch as well.
He was.
Which did okay damage to Mawile. Not great, but okay. And so he lets Regirock go. He thinks it's useless. I think it's useless. Like, that's fine. Like,
This was a very interesting turn. Is it because the Earthquake doesn't kill Volcanion?
That he swaps out. I think that right there, and is that? I think it. Sorry, I have a cat at my door again.
Yes, my cat on stream.
My cat opened up my door. I don't know how she did it, but anyway. So I think that Pokefan wanted to save Scolipede because it might have been his only answer to like potentially Obstagoon if Obstagoon started really getting going. Because you look at the speed tiers, and is Hydreigon 90? Yeah, it might be 98 actually. Shoot, I don't remember.
This Nidoqueen set was offensive Nidoqueen because it was the only thing that covered Pokefan's team well.
Yeah, and Nidoqueen, like, no slouch. You know, you get
Can we talk about protect and not obstruct again?
I'm gonna pause the battle here, specifically to do that, because
I mean, it's not like it matters because Mario just facade kills, but
it's the same move, you know. It just lowers their defense harshly, I believe.
Yeah.
Which
you lose nothing.
Yeah. So if you're running Obstagoon, run an obstruct because it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Don't click Bullet Punch and Psychic Terrain. Anyway, so yeah, he facades, and Obstagoon is going crazy out here.
Kid in the background going fucking crazy.
Scolipede outspeeds, however, and Victini outspeeds. And this is a big
Mario didn't
play.
blink. Mario didn't blink.
Oh my god, and that was such huge, no, I know you're gonna Swords Dance. I know you're gonna protect. Like, I'm just gonna go for it.
Other question. Was that a classic case of Mario going, fuck it, I'm going to let it die and get something in clean?
Or was it genius? I truly don't know.
Also, this was a little questionable. I'm surprised he didn't go right into Tangrowth.
Into Tangrowth? I don't...
The big defensive boy that is Tangrowth? Yeah. To eat these Thunder Punches that he knows are coming right now? Yeah.
And that's another thing, too, is that Obstagoon was something that definitely would have helped him get around Mawile and Hydreigon, assuming that Hydreigon, having Roost, wasn't fully speed invested.
I think that he could have OHKO'd with Close Combat, or at least done enough where it's breaking the barrier.
Yeah, because it was at -1 from the Intimidate, and it was doing like 22 to 24, so it would have been doing
I could be wrong,
35.
and that Play Ref could have melted Tangrowth if he hit Play Ref or Iron Head, so maybe that's why Mario didn't want to go back in, but I'm super surprised he didn't.
I think that it's still, I think it would have done a lot of damage to Tangrowth. And Tangrowth unfortunately goes down, and now we see a makeshift VGC game, because it is Alolan Ninetales and Volcanion versus Victini and Hydreigon for like 20 turns.
Really though, it's a lot of turns.
It's like an absurdly long amount of turns, and I think that Mario has most of the momentum. I'm thinking that Ninetales has Light Clay, and I'm thinking that Volcanion has a Scarf. Little do I know that Volcanion probably has booties. And
Volcanion has a berry that we see at proc, so that if it got hit with Bolt Strike, that it does not get fucking murdered.
Oh, yeah.
And it does get hit with Bolt Strike and does not get fucking murdered.
Yeah.
That was the first time that I had watched this like live, I thought that Mario threw it away because he just stopped caring. And then after watching it again, I think he thought that Pokefan was going to click a different move towards the end of this game.
Yeah.
And that's why it ended the way it did.
Yep.
I think he tried to make a ballsy read again, and Pokefan read the read.
And we can't ignore the fact that He throws, I don't even know how many steam eruptions out.
Right, and sludge
And a
bomb.
sludge
And he
bomb.
does not get the the burn. He doesn't get the poison. Like RNG was not in Mario's favor.
No poisons right there. No burns on the sludge bomb.
Auravail's gone after the minimum amount of turns.
Yep. And
Like he just gets boned.
it goes for Draco. Ninetales is scarfed, and that's really
Huge.
what sort of sealed Mario's fate, is because if he wants to do damage and
I
also
actually
have the
don't
defense,
think Mario should have kept clicking Auravail.
you think he should have just... Well, honestly, he doesn't have any way...
Victini's only taken so many Moonblasts, dude. They're resisted, but...
Yeah, and especially in Hail. I mean, that's doing a 16th of your health every single turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not taking too many of those, but... Hindsight, bro.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't think it would have won in the game.
His win con was definitely having Ninetales able to kill Hydreigon. Like, that was
Yes.
it.
Or Facade or Close Combat being able to do it.
Yeah, and all it was is just read after read and, hoping that...
Even Red Turok would Drain Punch.
Yeah, and hopefully something, would happen. And he even hits him with the hidden power, and that doesn't do anything. That's
That's
AV
the thing.
Victini, like 100% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
And that
This.
doesn't kill.
I thought that he fucked up here, and I bet that Mario thought Bolt Strike was coming.
And
I can't tell if he quit or what.
And I think that's fair. And Bolt Strike hits, and that is a +2 for PokeFan. And it was a very well fought game. I mean,
Dude, if he switched there, he won. If he switched there back into Volcanion, he won that game. He would have been up 2-1 on Vic because Victini or PokeFan because Victini would have been
dead.
just
He would have been dead to Hail and to Moonblast.
not even just to hail, just to the chip damage would have got to him. He would have still had Ninetales, and that was the game. But it was a misread.
That's true. That actually, you're absolutely right. Like, you should have just
That's
totally sacked
as I
Volcanion.
said, the first time I watched Mario do this battle, I fucking got mad in the middle of the highway because I thought he threw the game away. And then watching it again, I went, no, I understand his trepidation. He thought Bolt Strike was coming.
Yeah. I think that was definitely a very tough situation to be in because it's all sort of rock, paper, scissors. It's, I'm going to either hit...
I might have died to that Bolt Strike anyway.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm going to either hit Aurora Veil, or I'm going to switch into Volcanion, or I'm going to hit, like, Moonblast. Like, there's only 3 things you can really do, and you don't have any sort of recovery to, like, prolong that game. So it's just the order in which you do things just needed to line up a little bit more. And just, at the very end, it just didn't, and that's totally okay, because it was straight up... Oh, boy.
Lots of turns.
It was almost 20 turns. Yeah, it
Of
was
just those
it was
4 mons.
just less than 20 turns of Hydreigon, Victini, Alola Ninetales, Volcanion. And I hate to say it because you know how I feel about Volcanion, but I was rooting for it. I was hoping for it to get a burn or a poison or something like that. Because, you roll the dice so many times, and if it just doesn't come up, it's like, man, like, I've gotten burned on a first Scald, like, let alone not getting burned off of 4. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a lot of bad RNG for Mario, a lot of PokeFan playing really safe. Normal PokeFan.
Classic stuff. And so that's a +2. That solidifies... I mean, PokeFan was already top of the division.
Yeah.
But that just pads it just a little tiny bit more, just in case. And, yeah, I believe that was the longest battle of the week, but it was definitely a nail-biter. Super, super crazy stuff. But let's get into the next battle, then. So we got Jack versus Hunter. And this is the 3rd time that Jack has faced Landorus Therian.
So you obviously know that he knows how to beat it. Look he's got 2 different ice shards here. It's not going to have a fun time in this game.
He's got
You
Ice Shards,
already
he's
know
got
that.
Willows, he's got Superior, he's got Mesprit with Ice Beam, like
He's
Lando's...
literally... he brought 6 mons that can cripple Lando
Yeah.
and hopefully get around the other people.
Yeah, dude, he's got Glare Serp, Willow, Jellicent, Ice Shard, Donphan, Ice Punch, Alolan Muck, Scarf Kyurem, and Mesprit.
I love it.
Yeah.
I fucking
Lando's
love it.
not doing anything this battle. And this is actually one of the ones I only watched one time, so if you have any crazy things to say about it. I thought it was a pretty straightforward battle.
It'll be more. I watched it again before we did this, but I remember Hunter got really screwed by some RNG, or he made a really ballsy play that he shouldn't have. It was just honestly normal Hunter shit.
I mean, this right here is it's pretty funny, because, like, Drapion gets Aqua Tail, and you think, oh, Drapion, like, look at it. Like, it hits pretty hard, right? No, not really. It does 24% to a Donphan.
I have the biggest love-hate relationship with that boy.
Yeah. You want it to do so many things, and it just can't do, like, one of those things.
It can't do the things.
Like, when it needs to do the thing, it just sort of can't.
Here it comes again, trying to get the knockoff.
Goes through the Ice Beam, probably expecting something else. Mesprit lives.
Yeah, eats the pursuit. Well, I mean, he doesn't get the boost.
And, oh, yeah.
Freeze. As I said, some bad RNG happens.
Yeah.
Because Mesprit would have definitely been murdered then.
Oh. So does that just pad Jack's plus? Like, does Mesprit even come back in the battle? I honestly can't even remember.
I don't remember. This was hilarious. Calm mind.
Oh,
Mega
yeah.
Absol.
That's huge brain. I actually don't even know what Mega Absol's special attack stat is. It can't be low.
I don't remember.
If you're running Calm Mind, it's got to be like 90. Maybe it's 100.
Flamethrower.
And
just no damage.
A plus
That's
2.
such an assault vest.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you going to run on the Alolan Mach, dude? Like, Black Sludge,
right?
That's pretty much it. Those are the only two options.
Mega Absol's special attack is 115.
Yeah, so that's like actually very respectable. That's a plus 2, a 115 move doing 30% to Demuck, baby.
I love this explode kit too.
Oh, Throat Spray Boom Burst? Yup.
Yeah.
And,
and then it dies. And then
yeah. And you know what? I know Jack knew that was coming. Because he was running Throat Spray Komodo, so he's got the Throat Spray knowledge. He knows what that X-Cloud's going to do. He was just like, you know what?
Kit.
He's like, I don't need a Alolan Muck for anything. I'm just going to explode right here and take whatever down with me. Like,
Pause it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's chat happening that we're not going to see, and Hunter straight out fucking asks, is Kyurem scarfed? And it might not be until after Xurkitree, but I remember getting really mad, and maybe it's because he just had no other options, but
he asks if
he goes, is
Kyurem
Kyurem scarfed? I
go.
might have just not noticed that he only had Lando left, and that might just be what the problem is, because he just couldn't get over. Also,
because he Z-Rain dances, and he thinks, oh, I'm at +1, I'm faster than Kyurem. And Kyurem's like, haha, nope, Ice Beam, go brr, and Xurkitree dies.
And then here, Scarf.
Yeah.
Okay, so he sends Lando in because it's his last mon. Never mind. I wasn't full paying attention. I think I was doing something in the background. I just remember watching the conversation, Scarf, and then seeing Lando, and I'm like, but you know.
Yeah, like
also
it has to be a Scarf.
That I had Scale Shot, Eject Button, Haxorus.
Yeah, that's the second week that Hunter brought Scale Shot Haxorus.
Yeah, it is.
And I don't even know what the heck it would necessarily be for.
I mean, I don't see a fairy here, so not much wants it.
Yeah, but isn't it only like 50 base power? Am I making that up?
I mean, it hits you 5 times.
If it hits you 5 times, yeah.
That's true.
I mean, those kind of moves, it's like an on average 3 thing. So like, you're probably better off just staying in and running Dragon Claw. I don't know. I mean, it can work.
Doesn't Hax get D-Dance?
It does get D-Dance.
Just run that.
Yeah, run D-Dance and then click like Outrage. Like
yeah.
I like
do what Manus did. Turn 1 sub, turn 2 D-Dance, turn 3 D-Dance, turns 4 through 9 sweep.
I definitely like the attempt at some heat, but I don't know if Scale Shot Eject Button is. I don't know if that'll ever work.
Or Calm Mind Absol.
Or that.
I don't know Absol's move pool.
It's
Sorry,
pretty.
guys,
No,
I'm
it's
tired
pretty.
here. Worked all day.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty big.
Let me see what we're getting here move wise. That you run a special kit.
I think it gets a lot of stuff. I remember like in Generation 3, like Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, it gets Ice Beam too.
He gets Dark Pulse.
Yeah, yep. And 115 is nothing to really scoff at. And then if you think,
You're
I'm
right.
going to bring in my physical wall to Donphan, I'm going to bring in Donphan. Or again, you said you were tired. I'm tired too. You said, I'm going to bring in my physical wall to Mega Absol. You bring in Donphan, and then all of a sudden, a +1 Combine boosted Dark Pulse just eats your stuff up.
He gets some hilarious moves. He's a beam bolter, don't you know?
Yeah, he is. I ran Beam Bolt Absol when I was like
Mega
7.
Absol has so many uses.
Yeah, dude. So that's a +4 from Jack. Obviously, Hunter doesn't really have any skin in the game, so he wanted to try out some super cool sets. Love Throat Spray X-Cloud. Love Z Rain Dance Circuitry. We saw that pop off. Scale Shot Haxorus I'm less in love with, but you know what? Why not? If there's weeks to do it, then go for it.
Hunter.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got to say about that. Is Psy Hunter.
And so yeah, a decent +4 from Jack. Pretty big deal actually, because we see that Bick only gets the +1. So
yeah,
I believe that were Jack and Bick tied? I don't know. We'll get to the playoff picture in a bit. But for now, into the next battle, which is Dylan versus Mitch. And take the beat. Now, so this battle was something.
That's words. Those are words. Yes.
Yep. And I wouldn't
This
say
battle
either player played bad either.
I want to say Mitch played bad. Like, he had a lot of great plays, but like, we'll see it later. That was the fastest goddamn Celesteela ever, and maybe it was just to get over Mega Beedrill and like Alakazam.
And that could totally be so, but I don't even know if times 3 Celesteela or +4 rather.
Well, it wasn't even that it was automatizing. He brought automatize
and flame charge.
Oh
yeah, you're right. He did.
This was fire though.
Yeah, that totally was cool. That was cool guy play. That was all right. Do something about it, bro. And then Quagsire's like, all right, bet.
This was Mitch being an idiot.
He's like, all right,
Gardevoir gets Energy Ball.
I'll toxic you. Yeah, I know, but yeah, the worst part is that crit and the special defense drop would have mattered, because otherwise, Quagsire could have just walled the crap out of this Gardevoir.
Yeah.
Especially if it didn't have Shadow Ball, which I doubt it does.
Energy Ball.
Energy Ball.
If there was ever a mon to counter this stupid Electric Snake, it's Zygarde.
Yep. And so Dylan actually makes the read there with the HP Ice.
Right?
Which was actually pretty big brain. Now he does have enough HP left to get the substitute off, which actually sort of messes some things up. Quagsire can no longer recover. You gotta sack him on, take a hit, and you gotta.
This was huge too.
You gotta break your sash too, because you're Oh yeah, that was.
If RNG went in Mitch's favor here, huge.
Now,
cool.
So I was thinking about this play, and so there's two things that are gonna happen. You're either gonna bring Alakazam down to its sash, and you're gonna die. But before that, if you hit it with Glare, now it can't get one more Psychic off on anything that comes in to revenge kill it.
Wait a second. That card gets E-Speed. So, like, it could have just hit 1,000 arrows and then E-Speeded for the kill.
Yeah, well, he's got Substitute, Glare, 1,000 arrows, and I don't know.
Probably Outrage.
But paralyzing the Alakazam first was actually really smart.
Huge. Yeah. This could have done a lot of things for him.
Because then it would have outsped this Darmanitan, and it would have just Psychic'd it. Or, it might have T-bolted a Celesteela. Who knows? But
whatever it would have. This is hilarious. 3, 2.
Yeah.
Live. It lives. And then Coco doesn't live.
Coco just barely coming up every single
Coco
week.
Gets murdered. God damn it, Darmanitan has so much attack.
Yep. That's that sheer force flare blitz. It's just crazy. It's just unbelievable amounts of damage.
I love this Cooperage kit. He has Heavy Slam and Heat Crash.
Yeah.
Love it.
Heat Crash, does crazy work against Celesteela.
Especially because if he hit it here when Celesteal is lightened, oh my god. But he
Oh my
switches.
gosh. And it's so funny. I totally like forget about that secondary effect of autonomize. Like
Right?
being lightened, like what kind of weird ass status is that? Like
And
it doesn't
then
happen.
that's where it would have came into play.
That's
All
maybe
he
the
would have had to
one
do was hit heat
moment.
crash there.
That may be the one moment in all of Pokemon history where being lightened might have actually affected a play.
Oh, do you mean like poisoning a poison type with corrosion?
I think that probably comes in like to play more because that ability is sick, and that's
Okay, I think it comes into play more on the sludge wave than it does on the toxic.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But Salazzle does have those like substitute toxic kits, and we see the heat
That's
crash.
true.
This is when he reveals it, and we're
Yeah.
like, why didn't you just click that
But
versus
here,
Celesteela?
heat crash doesn't do a lot of damage because Celesteela isn't lightened.
Yep, it doesn't actually get the kill, and you realize like, wait a minute, lefties plus that. Ooh, is Heat Crash gonna be able to kill? Probably not. I'm gonna go into B drill and get flame charged, which
The fastest Celesteela.
yeah. And
And then,
this is Celesteela coming back because remember that Bick dropped it.
yeah.
This is Celesteela's. This is part of the revenge arc or the redemption
And
arc
this
here.
could have not even ended if Mitch wasn't neutral there and went for the kill. Celesteela would have just popped off and Mitch would have had the +3.
Yep. Yeah, because like, I don't know how much HP Electros has, but
That's true. But still.
he could have had definitely a higher thing. Now,
When I was talking to Joe about this game, he said, and I quote, "I feel like Mitch threw this game away a couple of times," and I can agree.
I definitely could like see the sentiment in that, and I think that here Dylan's like, oh, I have this in the bag, no problem. I'll just get a little bit of chip damage, make sure that any of my moves can kill. Beedrill can go down, not a problem. I'll still get the win, not a big deal. Sending Caparaja, get that nice
With a
heavy slam off,
and it's over.
and a critical hit
Except
focus blast, and that's the game.
I wonder, and I'm too lazy to run the calc because I'm not a good co-host. Did the crit matter?
Yes. And I think I ran the calc a few days ago, and the crit did matter because Regis doesn't have any sort of boosted special attack right now. Like, it has a weakness policy, but it's just a
but
basic.
I feel like Kuparaja doesn't have good specialty.
It's just a basic focus blast, and it doesn't have good specialty, but it's got 130 HP, which sort of like makes up for it. But I think Dylan definitely told me that it mattered. And sometimes that's just how the cards roll. Sometimes the focus blasts miss, and sometimes they crit. And that's just the game we play.
Huh. And now you know.
And now you know. And honestly, I told Dylan too. He was like, yeah, like that shit sucks. And I was like, well, I'd feel bad for you, but it was a Regice. so I loved every second of it, and I'm sorry. He was like, no, that's fair. I get it. But yeah, so that's a +1 for Mitch, fighting for that clean second to last place with Dan. And we'll see how that turns out going forward. But into the last battle of the night, it is James versus Thomas.
Ooh.
And I think I just watched this battle. To prepare for tonight, I just watched it.
Actually, me too, because I remember I may have slipped up last week, and if Thomas paid any attention, I told Thomas the exact Lunatone set that James brought this week, and we didn't see it pop off. We only saw part of it pop off.
We only saw the power herb meteor beam, which is.
But in my stoned, I'm a dumbass, was not helping, but I was talking to James about his battle this week, and I had forgotten, and then I looked at Thomas's team, and I was like, oh.
You're like, oh yeah, I already
God.
said that.
Oh, I hope Thomas doesn't listen to that, but it doesn't really make a difference. So.
No, it really doesn't. But the Bunnymen are here, and there it is. The king.
Okay, Cinderace got banned.
The king.
Cinderace is an Ubers.
Yeah, it is an Ubers now, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. But I was going to say, Cinderace is the definitive king of the kill.
He's gross.
And we'll get to king of the kill. This Z Giga Impact. Are you serious?
Yep. And then hitting Giga Impact.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
That's so crazy.
Crazy.
Like, why would you run Giga Impact and then you realize, oh, because it does that. Because
that's so James.
And this right here is something I want to talk about. I don't usually, I don't take notes, but this Diggersby is stuck. This is a stuck Diggersby. It's got to recharge. You can't switch it out. Can't do anything like that. You're a Rillaboom on the field. Now, obviously, you're an OU Pokemon. You have a priority move. It's 70 base power in grassy terrain. It's stab. It's super effective.
Yep. You haven't lied to me yet. Yep.
And you click knockoff because...
Wait. You have to pause it again. In your long-winded explanation, you forgot that we know that he has the Z Crystal and he can't be knocked off.
Oh, yeah. Because he already knows that. And at that moment, I was like, oh no. Like, that's... You gotta hit Grassy Glide there, man.
You only hit Grassy Glide there. He's ground type. It's super effective.
Yeah.
He would have fucking died.
He's ground type. He's stuck. He has a Z Crystal. He can't switch out. You're not going to be able to get rid of Cinderace's Choice Band. You're not going to be able to get rid of, Delmize's Leftovers. You just kill the thing. Just kill it. And Diggersby sticks around. And he's like, I can't believe I lived that.
Right? He was like, I'm fucking dead.
And now he goes for the Grassy Glide one turn late, thinking, oh shit, right, like, duh. Why would I not have clicked that? And Reflect comes up, and Acrobatics pops, and it doesn't matter.
And then he dies.
And I love this Rillaboom set also. I love the Grassy Seed Acrobatics.
And then he throws it away.
So cool. Yep. But, I mean, you're going to die anyway, because you're not faster, really.
Well, it might have ate the Pyro Ball. You might have been able to knock off the item.
You think Rillaboom would have eaten that Pyro Ball?
Yeah, its defense is good, and he had +1 in the and we know he's not banded here.
Is Pyro Ball physical?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Flare Blitz without the recoil.
Oh, I hate Game
Freak. And it's 95 instead of 100.
I hate Game Freak. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
So we see the knockoff. Weakness Policy procs. And, so Grassy Glide just happens. Sorry.
Very sad.
Yeah, sorry, Lunatone. You had your moment on top of the King of the Kill. But that was week 1, so...
Can't believe he didn't bring Heat Proof.
Yeah. Especially considering the fact that grassy terrain's a thing. So, like, you're already not taking that much damage from ground-type attacks anyway. So it sort of has, like, a synergy with your team.
Makes you immune, right? It doesn't, like, half it. It's straight immune.
To fire? No. Heat Proof is, it turns it from super effective to neutral.
Oh, okay.
So it still would have done damage, but it would have been a neutral hit and not a super effective hit.
Can we talk about how we didn't even see James get to do Grassy Glide back to Thomas for free without having to set it up on the anchor?
With the Delmize, yeah.
Yeah, because that would have stolen Heat of the Week from Dan. If James reverse swept off Thomas's Grassy Glide, I would have been mad at James for Thomas.
Yep. Honestly, I wish that I had seen it. But instead, you got this Uber's bunny out here just doing the thing.
So, like, do we ban this rabbit next season, or?
I think it's worse Greninja, but
I don't think we should ban it.
I don't think so either.
With absolutely no secretive purposes, think we need to keep the two of them in different tiers.
No, 100%. I think the Greninja's a 200. I think Cinderace is a 200. We're on the same.
No. I think they need to stay in the tiers they're in. They're good.
Wait, they're good.
Yep. Keep them 200. Keep Greninja 160. We're good.
But Greninja's better than Cinderace.
No, Cinderace gets higher base power moves with lower accuracy at the trade-off.
But Greninja gets a whole bunch of different kinds of spikes, and it's a little more versatile and all that. I think they're pretty similar. I mean, obviously they're both Protean Libero, but we'll have this conversation another time because I am going to edit this tonight.
Yeah.
And that does it for this week's battles. It was week 9. That was all of week 9. Now, obviously, no trades, no pickups, none of
Zero.
that. Roster's locked. Let's look at the King of the Kill. As we just saw, Cinderace got, I believe, 5 kills that game.
It did.
And so that puts it definitively at 18 kills. Number 1, uncontested. Inteleon would have to sweep an entire team. Weavile and Hawlucha, an entire team.
You know what I'm happy about?
What's that?
I put Weavile back on the board this week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with that sword dance.
Yep.
Yeah, you totally did. Mega
I brought
Mawile.
him way up.
Still, Mega Mile's in 5th with Greninja. Obviously, you guys are only seeing the top 5, but going down, it's in 7th place, which I guess is tied for, which I guess is technically 4th place. All for 10. Hoopa U, Mega Gallade, Salamence. And then right underneath that is a whole bunch of 9s. Ice Cube, Zoroark, Zorora, Necrozma, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, the Mons up on the top 5. The ones that are pictured are the ones that were like, yeah, like, no duh. These are the ones that have been doing it.
You know what? Screw you guys. I don't even care. Weavile's been on this board since week 1. I have kept him on the King of the Kill.
Hell yeah. And yeah, no, that's impressive too, because Weavile sometimes, like, I don't want to say it underperforms, but it's pretty vulnerable to like priority and hazards and all sorts of
We
stuff.
had it at 160 for a while, and I argued forever that it wasn't worth 160. I think it's in a really good spot at 120. But I mean, I also have it at top of the King of the Kill, so
Yeah.
Or not at top,
Well,
but pretty high up.
Inteleon, I believe, is only an 100-point mon. Actually, it might be a 60-point mon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's
But
that.
you're right, it falls over to fighting moves.
I think-
Or steel moves or moves.
Yeah, it just-
Weavile just falls over.
It does fall over. I think Inteleon's only a 60 this season, actually,
I think you're right.
which is absurd and will be fixed. But that is King of the Kill. You got 3 different starters, and then you got Bird Wrestler, you got Jack Black, and you got some weird looking fan. I don't know what is. I don't even know what Weavile is. It's just a thing.
Isn't it supposed to be like an Egyptian cat?
Is it?
Am I being like kind of racist here?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
That seems very Egyptian to me, his little hat that he's wearing. Like I see why you're saying fan, but like his little hat to me, it's got the little gem in it. Like
oh my God.
I thought it gives me like that little pharaoh kind
Oh
of.
my God! I mean, listen, you might be right. I don't think I've ever thought about Weavile's design.
I could be wrong.
I don't know what this thing is, and that's okay. I'll do the research.
Give us your thoughts, comments, and concerns in the comments below,
Yeah.
guys.
Tell us what you think. If you've gotten this far in the video, tell us what you think Weavile looks like, and what it's based on, without going to the Wikipedia. Don't just off the top
Without
of your
going
head.
to wiki, don't cheat.
Yeah, don't cheat. Just tell us what you think.
I
Weavile
want
looks like.
raw, unadulterated answers
Yeah,
only.
yeah, 100%. And that's King of the Kill. Now, let's talk about the Conference Cup, because that was the final week of the Conference Cup. And
Man,
Jan Mega
my division sucks.
clinches it out, baby. 26 huge numbers week 9. 10 plus 10 week 9. And Pinsir even got a plus 11. Pinsir almost brought it all the way back, which is actually sort of absurd.
I can't even say that my division sucks because I was a part of it because I only won one of my
3 is
one
it?
of my yeah. I lost to Kyle and I lost to Pokefan.
Yeah, but like that's okay.
Right?
But that's okay. You can't.
Right?
You can't really
That's
blame
excusable.
yourself. But yeah, so Jan Mega is going to be able to get to pick their draft spots. Probably, we'll know more about it week 10, or maybe after playoffs. Who knows? But that closes it out, and let's talk about the standings. Yeah. Let's talk about the standings first before we talk about the playoff picture.
My whole division lost.
Your whole division lost, yes.
So nothing changed.
But these first 3 divisions, look at them. Just You
Okay.
and Dave.
Okay, anybody could win this week.
Yes.
Wait. No, I lied. I lied to you. Either me or Dave win the division this week because of the way the battles work out.
Yes. Either you or Dave win the division, and I don't think that there is an opportunity for a wild card spot.
No, my division's shot. Either me or Dave make playoffs, and then
Although it is, I believe, still possible for if like Murphy gets like a +6 or Rob gets like a +6.
Okay. Go to the next screen. Joe already did the math for us.
Okay, we will. But after, so Jack and Bick also 5-3, both of them +16. Bick's +14. That's that's contentious.
That is contentious.
Tristan,
Do they battle?
I don't know. I don't know. Tristan and Kyle, both 6-2, +20, +16. Super contention. I'm still only one above Drac. Drac's always been breathing down my neck. Also very contentious. And even James. Even James, a PokeFan, he can't take the division. But
you clinched your division.
Oh,
Drac can't overtake you.
Oh, yeah. But James is looking pretty good as far as a wild card spot with that record.
So what are there? Yeah, there's 3 wild cards?
Yep. Yeah, there's 3 wild cards. And actually, now that I look at it, James is technically number 8. And as I say that, let's go over the playoff picture to really actually break it down.
Yeah.
So, first seed is myself. Pat on the back for me, yada yada. Salmon, Zamungus, yada yada. Next PokeFan, just 1 point down. Tristan tied with Kyle, but +4 higher. Jack tied with Bick, +2 higher. And Dave, who is tied with you, +2 higher.
Yeah.
Now Dave's 4-4. Drac and Kyle are both 6-2. And they're wild card spots. Now,
does Jack face Bick?
I think so, because I think that's the only way that Bick's in the hunt. Actually, no, they totally faced each other.
Yeah, Bick's playing for a...
I think they faced each other twice. I could be mistaken. We will check the schedule. But...
I gotta check them.
Yeah, and we will. But so, there's only 10 possible people who can get in to the playoffs. But, that being said, all of this bottom part, Jack to Mike, actually, Tristan to you, all of that can change.
Okay, kinda. So, me and Dave play for winning the division. Bick,
yes.
If Bick battles Jack, they have the same record and they're only separated by 2.
No, Bick battles Mitch.
Okay, so if Bick wins and Jack loses, he wins the division.
Yep.
If Jack wins and Bick wins and the plus doesn't matter, then Bick doesn't get the wild card spot, I do not believe. No, he doesn't, because James already has a higher plus. So Bick has to win. Absolutely has to.
Yes.
If he wins, then James would have to lose. No, all he'd need to do is win and James would lose. If James loses and Bick wins, he's in playoffs off a wild card spot.
Yep.
If Jack wins and keeps his spot, he obviously keeps the division. However, with me, the other person in the hunt, the only thing that happens is if I win, I'm in playoffs, and if Dave wins, he's in playoffs.
Yep. There's a lot riding on the Jack, Mario, and the Bick, Mitch games.
Yeah.
And that being said, let's move over to the schedule, because it is week 10. This is it. This is the end of the regular season. This is crazy. This is it.
This is it.
Mike, this is for your playoff spot.
This is for my... I always find myself in this position. I have never gone into week 10 like, I don't give a fuck. I always have to win and I make it, or lose and I get a nice seat on the loser's couch.
Yeah. So, it's you versus Dave. It is the most pure essence of competition. If you win, you get it. If you lose, you don't. For both of you, you guys have the same thing at stake. Your records are even. It is the purest possible form. Now, I know you're going to vote for yourself.
Oh yeah.
And I'm also going to vote for you. Because I know that you want it.
Oh yeah.
So, but that being said, I think that it's not going to be easy.
Oh, he's going to give me a run for my money. You're right. It's going to be a very close game.
I think it's going to be close. Rob versus Murphy. Now, there's a lot of these games are simply consolation, and they just sort of
they mean nothing.
Pad the rest of the season.
There are 3 games. Well, some games might matter for.
Some games matter for seeding. Only some games matter for playoffs. Some games don't matter at all.
Some games don't matter at all.
Like Lebo versus Dan.
This is one of those games. This game matters for nothing.
This is one of those games that doesn't really matter. I'm gonna pick Murphy because Murphy has some walls that Galarian Slowbro just can't get over. So no matter how many times Quick Claw pops, it won't work.
I want to disagree with you to try and close the gap between the commish picks, but I don't.
You don't think that's the one to do it?
I don't think that's the one to do it.
Now, so Mitch versus Bick.
Bick.
I am going to also give it to Bick because I know how badly he hates the fact that he lost in playoffs so early last season.
Oh, yeah, to me.
To you. And I think it was because like a Will-O-Wisp missed on Zard or something like that.
He can say whatever he wants, he still lost.
Yep, and that's true. And that is true. But I think that going forward, I think Bick really wants it. And he knows that he's in direct competition with Jack right now. He has to get a win if he wants any sort of shot.
It's Bick.
So I think it's Bick. Jack versus Mario. Mario has no stake in the game. He has no skin in the game. He can't make it no matter what. I don't think that he's going to try necessarily as hard.
Jack also needs a win this week.
And Jack also needs
just to make it so that he's like guaranteed in playoffs. He needs this win.
Yep. So I'm also going to pick Jack. That means we're the same on 4 of them. Manny v. Tristan. Again, I think Tristan is going to go for it.
God damn it. I also think Tristan's going to go for it.
Because
I don't think Manus can do it. Like, Manus hasn't been playing the best this season.
He's tied with Kyle. And
no, Tristan's tied with Kyle.
He wants to be the seed over him. Like, that's as simple as it gets. He doesn't.
Yeah.
And Kyle's pretty much guaranteed a wild card slot with the record and plus he has, assuming that he doesn't lose, which he's up against Thomas. And I think Kyle really wants a 3-peat.
If Kyle takes a 3-peat, I don't know if this league continues.
I want to be so salty if Kyle gets a 3-peat and I have.
Should we deal with the Tom Brady in this league?
I don't think we can. I don't think we need a Tom Brady.
Like I think we'll all just want to kill him.
I know. We won't even like commend his talents at the game he plays. We're just gonna be like, nope, like you suck. You kiss yourself.
Kyle, come on, let somebody else win. Fucking deflate game over there.
So I'm gonna pick Kyle.
Gate. Ship Kyle.
Drac versus Hunter. Again.
Drac.
It's got to be Drac. Hunter doesn't have any skin in the game, and Drac wants it almost as badly, if not more badly, than me and you and Tristan and Kyle and Jack and Bick and and Dave.
Yes, we all want it real bad.
Now, myself versus Dylan. This is one of those ones that I'm like, I'm already first seed in my division. And I clinched it no matter what. Because even if Jack gets a +6 on Hunter, I still have the plus on him. And I don't know how hard I'm going to try versus Dylan.
Yeah, but those are the games that you end up smoking people. Because that's when you put Iron Defense on Registeel with Rest and Sleep Talk.
I don't know. I'd like to pick Dylan.
I'm picking you.
Okay. And I'm totally fine with that because that gives us a little separation here. Pokefan versus James. I'm actually picking James. I think I really want to see this battle.
I'm picking James. This is the rematch. I'm picking James.
I think I'm going to pick Pokefan.
I like it.
And Lebo versus Dan.
I'm picking Dan.
I'm going to pick Lebo.
I'm getting behind Dan.
There it is. So that's 3 battles we have different, and I don't know what our stats were for our picks week 9. I didn't do them. I will get them up next week, and we will find out who clutched the PFL picks between me and Mike next week on Inside the PFL. It's getting late. We've been recording a while, and I'm going to thank you guys all for watching. I know it was a little lower energy. We're both tired. We forgot that this was a thing. But hopefully we're still able to entertain you guys. Yeah. So, Mike, now after everything we just discussed, after all of that, do you think that week 10 is the most important week of the season?
Not only is week 10 the most important week of the season, but it's the most fun week of the season because like half of these games don't mean shit. So literally, when we say have fun with it, have fun with it.
Wow. And that's sort of beautiful. That sort of comes full circle. This is Pokemon Fun League, and sometimes it doesn't feel like Pokemon Fun League. It feels like Pokemon I should have calced that league. But for some people, myself included, this week is Pokemon Fun League. For you, you're gonna have a tough time.
This is Pokemon Fuck My Life League.
The PFMLL.
Yes.
Alrighty, we're getting out of here. I'm gonna edit this video very quick. Ideally, this is gonna get up Saturday. If you're listening to this and it's up Saturday, then I did a good job. If it's up Sunday, then I'm sorry.
Then we'll end.
Then I'm sorry, and I hope you enjoyed it anyway. But I'm gonna get out of here. Until next time, guys.